Hello, my name is Marcia Johnson, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sacramento, California, in the United States. And today we are going to make a trio of Christmas tags. And we use quite a bit of product and supplies, so you could make one of these or you can make all of these, it depends on what you have, and you can always substitute things too. If you would like to purchase anything, please consider doing so at marciajohnson.stampinup.net. Okay, first I think we'll make our little snowman. Oh, actually first I'm going to tell you all the things we need, and it's quite a few. For stamp sets, we have Perfectly Plaid, and we'll be using these two. And we're going to be using the Ho Ho Ho. And for the Merry Moose tag, we're going to be using the Moose, both of the, now my mind's not working, the Shadow and the other one, the Moose. And for Snowman season, we're going to be using the to and from this cute little guy here, Let It Snow, and the snowflakes. Then for punches, oh well, let me do the dies first. For the dies, we have layering ovals, and we have stitched shape framelets, and we'll be using the largest and the second to the largest of the ovals. Get those out here. And then we'll be using the largest of the oval dies, and we'll be using, I think it's the third largest one. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3. I think it's this one. Yeah, we'll be using the third largest of the scalloped dies. So let's stick those all over there and these things out of the way. And we're using quite a few punches. We'll be using the Scalloped Tag Topper, the Triple Banner Punch or Banner Triple Punch, whichever the way that goes, the Tree, the Moose, and we'll also be using this Detail Trio Punch. For ink, Memento, Crumb Cake, Shaded Spruce, Real Red, Cherry Cobbler, Pool Party, and Soft Suede. So we're going to do the little snowman first, so let's get the ones we need for that. That would be the Cherry Cobbler, the Pool Party, and the Memento Tuxedo Black. Okay, let me bring in my Pierce mat because this is a photopolymer set. And so this is the tag itself. We're going to put it into the Scalloped Tag Topper and punch. And then the other end we're going to put into the Triple Banner Punch or Banner Triple Punch, whatever it is. And we're going to put that all the way in there. And we're going to punch. And that's going to give us our tag. And then on the back, let me take some Cherry Cobbler ink. And I'm just going to put my to and from on the back here real quick. And that one's from the Snowman Seasons stamp. And just put it anywhere. Okay, next let's stamp our little snowman in Memento, and that is going to go on a piece of Whisper White right here. And here's our little snowman guy. Ink him up, and remember when you use the Memento, don't just pat like you do with our Stampin' Up! Stamp pads. You have to kind of rub it also to get it to work right. So let's stamp him right there. And I'm going to set him aside to dry because it does take a little bit. And then I'm going to bring back in our Pool Party, and I'm going to stamp the tag all over with that little snowflake design. So just all over the place. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this little guy back in here, and I'm going to color him with some blends. Just give him a little carrot nose. And then, because he's white, I like to give him a little outline with something. So I'm going to use the Light Pool Party and just go around here like this, like that, and down here. And then down here, we're going to just color in some of the snow. It just, I don't know, gives it some character as opposed to just leaving it white all down there. And then I'm also going to color in the whiter areas of his scarf. I was actually going to use the darker Pool Party for this, but I don't know, my craft room is kind of a disaster right now, and it's MIA somewhere. But I think the light looks good too. And then we're going to color the other stripes with Cherry Cobbler. These colors look really pretty together, and I think they're not traditional Christmas colors, but they're awfully pretty. Be careful with that red. It does tend to want to spread out a little bit, so less is more sometimes. Then I'm just going to give the little tree here some green. It probably won't see much of it anyway, but I just thought, why not? Okay, then we're going to take the smallest of the two stitched framelets we pulled out. We would take that and we would cut it out, and we're going to get that. And the scallop, we would cut it out, and we're going to get this. And before we put it together, let's give this guy a little bit of, well, actually, I'm going to just lay this on top of the card, decide where I want it, right about there, I think. And then I'm going to bring back my Cherry Cobbler ink, and I'm going to stamp the Let It Snow at the bottom. So here we go, just like that. Okay, we're done with the Cherry Cobbler. Cover it up and get it out of here because Cherry Cobbler can make a mess. Okay, then we're going to take some of our new puffy paint stuff and really shake it up. When I did this the first time, I did this part and then I cut it out. It did not work so well. It kind of smushes right down. And then I'm going to put my first drop sort of on this paper here, and then I'm just going to add little drops. Yeah, I think that's good. Where did I put? There's the cap. Then we're going to take our embossing tool and warm it up. Because this is a little bit on the small side, I would use the tweezers. And I'm going to heat it from the back. Hope you can see how those little puffy things are puffing right up. Okay, now I can go from the front. I don't know if you can tell, I went, probably because I'm trying to do it under the camera, I went a little too close and I actually scorched it a little bit, but you guys don't do that and don't scorch it. Yeah, it's scorched a little bit, but it's okay. You'll get the idea. Then we're going to take this Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to take some glue and glue our little snowman to our Cherry Cobbler. And then we're going to glue that to the front of our tag. And then we're going to take a piece of the white twine, put it through the tag topper here, put the ends through that. Kind of mushed down my little guys when I turned it over, but that's okay. You can just let it dry to the side for a little while. That's probably a better idea. And then I'm going to take this little Cherry Cobbler, the striped ribbon, and take a glue dot and stick it right up here. And that's tag number 1. Okay, next, let's see. Let's do our Christmas tree. Okay, ho, ho, ho. And it starts out the same way as the other one, where we take our base, put that in, punch, triple banner punch. Okay, for this one, because I did a ton of these, I still have it set up on the Stamparatus. So I'm going to bring the Stamparatus in, and we're going to use that. And I'm going to take my piece of paper. Actually, looks like I used a bigger piece of paper for the rest of these. So here, there we go. The leaves we're going to stamp in shaded spruce. Okay, and the tree itself, we're going to use our Memento. You can see if you set this up, you can just do a gazillion of these in a matter of minutes. It's really easy. And with the Stamparatus, it's perfect every time. With the, when you just stamp it, not always. Okay, bring our tree back over here, and we're going to stamp our ho ho ho. That will be in Real Red. Oh, before I do that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the to and from on the back, and I'm gonna do that in Memento also. Okay, alrighty, so now we would take our little tree and we would take the same stitched shape oval that we used for the snowman, and we would get this, and then again we would take the scallop frame, same one we used for the snowman, and we would cut out the red. Then we have this piece of red, and we're going to put the ho 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 here, also in Real Red. Okay, there we go. That over here with the rest. And one more little detail. Well, I think everybody has a little star punch. I'm going to punch out a couple of stars, one for this card and one for the next. Well, maybe I am. If you don't have a star punch, if you have that new stars die, it cuts out tons of stars, and you could use one of those, but I think everybody pretty much has a little star punch somewhere. So I'll have 2 little stars there. Okay, to assemble this card, it's really easy. You just put your tree on your piece of Real Red. It's good if you can get it even. Okay, and go ahead and mount our ho 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 to its background layer. Then we can mount these to our little tag. And the ho 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 goes down here. Then we're going to take our little star, mount it on the top of the tree with a glue dot. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my ribbon on. And to do that, I'm just going to put my red ribbon through. And I'm going to take some cord. I just have this in my stash. I think pretty much everybody has this stuff too. And I'm going to tie it around. And I'm going to go ahead and tie it into a knot. And then I'm just going to tie a bow. I probably should do this upside down. I seem to do better upside down. I don't know why. And then I'm just going to let those ends fly around. And that's tag number 2. Oh, one last little thing. And I don't have my pokey tool here. I took some rhinestones and colored them with the Real Red Dark. And I'm just going to put 3 on the tree, like little bulbs. And 3. And that's our second tag. Okay, and last is our moose tag. It's a little bit different. I just cut a piece of paper, and we're going to bring in our detailed trio, and I'm going to corner around the bottom 2. Okay, and then I'm going to take this and put it in, try to get even on both sides, and we're just going to punch a hole for our ribbon. Okay, then we're going to take this little present stamp. It's like a bunch of little presents, and we're going to take our, this is Crumb Cake. We're going to take our Crumb Cake ink, and for the background of our tag, we're going to just stamp all over. And I kind of just wanted it in a pattern, so. Okay, so that's our background. Next, let's stamp our sentiment, which is Merry Christmas. And we're going to do that in Real Red. Okay, then we're going to take that little tiny, there's a little tiny bobble stamp, and we're going to do that in our green, our shaded spruce. And we're going to just stamp one on each end of that greeting. Like that. Okay, then we do have one more little bit of stamp. Well, we have to stamp our to and from on the back again, so let's do that. And you can do it pretty much in any color you want, but I think I'm going to go ahead with the Memento. Alrighty, and we just have one more bit of stamping, and that would be our moose. To do him, I'm going to take this little piece of Very Vanilla, and I'm going to take some soft suede. I'm going to stamp the outline, And then in soft suede again, I'm going to stamp the fill in. I'm going to stamp off and then stamp it on here. And we'll see how well I do. It's not exactly perfect, but I've already got one done. Oh, it's not bad at all. Okay, then we're going to take our little mousse punch and we're going to punch our mousse out. Get him in there and line him up. And there's our little mousse. Okay, now we'll assemble that tag. Take that. We're also going to cut out a tree. And I don't really want the bottom part of the tree because it kept sticking out of the bottom part of the mousse and I didn't particularly like the look. So I'm going to just not cut the bottom part of the tree. There we go. And I have a piece of, you can see, in case I totally flubbed it, I have extras. I have a piece of very vanilla, and I used the largest of the stitch labels dies to cut that out. Here it is. And then we used the corresponding framelit in red and went ahead and cut that out. Then I'm going to mount my very vanilla onto my red layer. I'm going to mount my Merry Christmas onto a little piece of that, I think it's perfectly plaid paper. Oh, actually, looks like I cut this too long, so let's mount this down. Let's put this down first. Here in the middle. Okay, then let's put this one down. I really like that plaid paper with the gold accents. It's really pretty. And then we'll take our snips and trim that from behind. Oh, I guess we can get rid of this thing. Take our Merry Christmas and put that down on top of our plaid paper. Okay, then we're going to take our tree, put it down. No, actually, I like this side better. Take our mousse. You could pop some of these up on dimensionals too, but with tags, I don't know, I kind of like to have them kind of flat. Walking right across. And then, oh, what did I do with my star? Oh, it was on top of, well, let's do another one. I think we can get another one out of here. I knew I was going to do that. Oh, criminy, that's hard. There we go. Alrighty, I'm going to put a glue dot on that, assuming I can find my glue dots. Romeo's shaking back there. You can hear him do his little thing. It was so funny today. He wanted to go out, so I got up, let him out. He went out there, took a look around. Before I could even get the door closed, he was back in. Too cold for my little puggle. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing we did with the last one, except we're going to use this pretty spruce striped ribbon. And we're going to just put that through. Again, take our piece of gold twine, tie it in a knot, and tie that in a bow. Okay, let's bring all our lovely tags back in. Again, if you would like to purchase any of these products, please consider doing so at marshajohnson.stampinup.net. If you would like catalogs, you could request one at marshascrafts@hotmail.com. Ah, there's our other little thing. Anyway, let's see. Let's bring back moose, Christmas trees, and snowmen. And remember, be careful with your puff paint, is all I'm going to say here. There we go. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, you could give us a thumbs up. Maybe join our channel. We're just a little over 800 now, which is pretty exciting for us. And you could share this video, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye for now.